And coming up over the next 90 minutes, former NPP chairman Freddie Blay rushed to hospital after his blood pressure spiked while in police custody. We'll be telling you more when we engage his lawyer. Also coming up, more reactions greet government's decision to expand recruitment into the security services. And later on Eyewitness News, President John Dramani Mahama continues with his public engagements. Tonight, he's meeting organized labor at the Jubilee House. At the same time, the Clocksag Union has called off its strike. Stay with 97.3 Citi FM for more on this and many other stories on Eyewitness News. And in business,
Ghana's economy expands by 6% in 2025 as non-oil sectors drive growth.
That's in 50 minutes from the Citi Business Desk. Eyewitness News is live across Ghana on a number of affiliate stations, including Fafa.
In the Western region, we are Dreampa 100.7 FM in Takwa, Beach 105.5 FM and Sky 93.5 FM, both in Takrady. In the Bono region, we are Green at 95.9 FM in Sunyai, and in the Ashanti region, you can tune in to Dreampa 99.9 FM in Nkarie. In the Volta region, we are Heritage 107.3 FM in Hokwe and Freedom 88.1 FM in Sugakope. In the Northern region, we are Radio Gaki 88.3 FM in Saboba. In the Upper East region, you can listen to Quality 88.7 FM in Garu, Boga 102.7 FM in Bogatanga, and in the Northeast region, we are Nobia FM 98.1 FM in Nalurigu, and in the Upper West region, we are Pripeli 92.7 FM in Wa.
And on YouTube, look for Citi FM. On Facebook, look for Citi FM, and on our website, citinewsroom.com, and you get to hear the news program live there. You can also join us. The messages, you can send them using the WhatsApp number 0549 986 996, or go to Twitter, now known as X, mention my handle at Omar Rusanda or at Citi973. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Yesterday, we brought you the story that former NPP chairman Freddie Blay, former deputy speaker of parliament, was arrested over some matters relating to land litigation. He was remanded into police custody to reappear on the 9th of April. That was last night on Eyewitness News. Today we are learning that his blood pressure spiked and he'd had to be rushed to the hospital. Let's get more. Gregory Sedu is his lawyer. He's joined us on the line. Mr. Sedu, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Omar, thank you very much.
How is your client doing?
Currently, he's been stabilized. So I spoke to his wife sometime around 2 p.m. She tells me he's doing very well.
What happened to him?
I haven't received a full briefing on that because we were also working on trying to get a date for the appeal. But what I have been told was that his blood pressure spiked, as you rightly mentioned, and because of that, he had to be rushed to the hospital.
Do you know whether this happened last night or this morning?
I believe it happened this morning.
Which means he spent the night in the custody of the police?
I believe that was what happened yesterday.
You mentioned that yesterday during your appeal for bail, you talked about his health, and you even gave a timeline by which he would be ready to come and respond to the court or attend to court. Right. Can you tell us the details of what you presented to the court, which are public information that there will be no problem sharing?
Really and truly, I wouldn't want to speak to that. But, just out of respect for the court, because these are very confidential, details, we just have to bring it to the attention of the court so the court knows that our request is not fanciful. The health matters are very serious, so we didn't have a choice. And I even indicated that to the court that once we've even brought it to the attention, it's for the public consumption. Anybody can have access to it. But we are doing that because we respect the court so much, so the court is aware that we are not trying to dribble the court, but rather we are not aware of the summons. So it's for that reason that we sent his health, record to the court. Yes, but I can tell you that he's hypertensive and he also has diabetes. Yeah.
And you made this argument, but it was still disregarded.
Yes.
Which means that he needed to be on some specific medication? I think you said something about giving a month. Is it the case that a doctor advised that he stays away for some time?
For 3 weeks. 3 weeks. It was in the medical report, and I pointed it out to the judge that the doctor says he has to be bedridden and he has to be monitored for 3 weeks. But he disregarded it.
Interesting. Now, how has your bail application gone, or your appeal process rather gone since yesterday?
Yeah, so we have a bail application coming on in the High Court tomorrow at 9 a.m.
A bail application, not an appeal of the incarceration.
Yeah, I mean an appeal of the appeal.
Okay. So you've gone to the Human Rights Court at Koforidua?
Yes, we are in the High Court.
I see. Okay. Now, another curious thing, we are used to seeing political party people mass up for one of their own, especially their leaders when they are on trial or they are locked up by the state. In this particular instance, we haven't heard the party executives, party leadership, or party supporters either go to the court or even go to the hospital. Is this happening without our knowledge, or is not happening at all? And is it because perhaps it's not a political matter?
I believe the party has been very supportive. I am here to speak to legal matters, but even with I've had conferences with high legal officials of the party as at yesterday and today. So the party has been involved. And let's also take cognizance of the fact that this is not happening in Accra. This matter was in a Ekropong. And we were not even aware of the proceedings. And nobody knew he was even going to make any appearance in the court yesterday. But subsequently, people have reached out, party members and all that. But we have to decouple the two, because really and truly, we are looking at this matter from a legal standpoint, devoid of any party colors.
Very well. Thank you so much. You said that he's stable. We wish him a speedy recovery. Thank you for speaking to us.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you very much.
That's Gregory Asiedu. He's lawyer for Freddie Blay, whom we are told is currently in the hospital. He was arrested yesterday, taken to court, and he has been remanded. And during that period, we are told that his blood pressure spiked and he'd had to be rushed to the hospital. So that is the information that we have here for you tonight on Eyewitness News. Fafa, what else do we have?
Well, the President, John Dramani Mahama, will this evening hold a crucial meeting with organized labor aimed at strengthening dialogue between the government and workers' representatives. The meeting follows a similar high-level consultation with the business community last month as part of ongoing efforts to deepen stakeholder engagement on key national issues. Discussions with organized labor are expected to focus on concerns affecting workers, including wages, cost of living pressures, employment conditions, and broader national issues. The engagement is also anticipated to provide an opportunity for labor leaders to present their proposals and expectations to government.
So we'll be carrying that engagement live as soon as we have it. The engagement that the President will be having with the organized labor at the Jubilee House. And this is a precursor to other engagements. We are told that tomorrow the President will be in the Bono region. That's what the Minister for Government Communication has said, where he would be engaging the local media there. So that's something that we have eyes on. In relation to that, there's another labor-related matter, Fafa.
Yeah, that's the Civil and Local Government Staff Association of Ghana, CLOCSAG. Well, they have suspended their week-long nationwide strike following engagement with the government. The strike, which began on March 9, was in protest against delays in resolving concerns over salary structure and conditions of service, leaving many public offices across the country deserted. Addressing the press, CLOCSAG Executive Secretary Isaac Bampardo said the suspension allows the government a 14-day window to address their grievances.
Executive Committee Execo of Civil and Local Government Staff Association Ghana, CLOCSAG, on 17th March 2026 reviewed the appeal by government to call off the nationwide strike action and allow government 14 days to come to an amicable resolution of the issues with the salary structure and conditions of service of members of CLOSAC. EXECO, therefore, has suspended the nationwide strike. All members of CLOSAC are to report to work by Tuesday, 24th March 2026.
That was Isaac Bampuado, the Executive Secretary of the Civil and Local Government Staff Association of Ghana, CLOSAC.
This Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Yesterday, we brought you communication that the presidency or the president has directed double the recruitment into the security agencies so that over the next 4 years, the security agencies can only absorb 5,000 per annum. And we are told that the president has directed that it should be done, it should be doubled. So by the next 4 years, 40,000 people would have been recruited. Now, this is coming on the back of an earlier communication that 500,000 applicants had come in for a vacancy of just 5,000 for the year. What does this mean, really? We're going to have a conversation on that. We've heard from the government side. Let's hear from people who also have been following the space, what they make of it. Let's speak to someone who once was in charge of our security at a very high place. He was Deputy Minister in charge of Defense. He's currently the Member of Parliament for Ichimo Akwa in the Ashanti region. His name is Kofi Amankwa Menu. Honorable, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Omar. I can barely hear you.
Oh, forgive me. Maybe it's the Ramadan that has made my voice lower. Can you hear me any better?
Oh, sorry about that.
It's fine, it's fine. I'm just kidding. Can you hear me? Is it better?
Yeah. Yes, it's a bit better now.
Thank God. First of all, I want to hear your reaction to that application request for, or the number of applicants that were received versus the vacancies that were available. 500,000 applicants or applications for a slot of 5,000. I mean, when you were in power, and this is just interior security agents, organizations, not necessarily defense, which is the soldiers or the armed forces. What do you make of it?
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Omar, and thank you to your cherished listeners. For me, to start with, some of us really saw this thing coming. Because I have always believed that in engaging in recruitment, you need to have a saving, mechanism in place right from the get-go. Because we are unfortunate to be in a country where unemployment is so high, and so a lot of the youth will resort to, wanting to be recruited into the security services as last resort, which really shouldn't have been the case. But that is the situation we find ourselves in. But there are certain caliber of persons you also want to recruit. And so you need to have some mechanism in place to see the number of applicants that you receive. One has to do with the age limit. Two has to do with educational qualification. And then before you can even go in for medicals and all that. But in this very case, we were in Parliament where suddenly our colleague from the opposite side, brought this motion of moving the age limit of recruitment from 25 to 35. That in itself was a 10-year gap. And so anybody who, had gone past the age of 25 up to 35 had what it takes to apply. Besides, English and math, which hitherto used to be a requirement, was made non-requirement. That in itself was a problem. And to make even the situation worse, as what politicians always do, trying to politicize the issue by mounting a political platform to say that, look, if you vote me to power, this is what I am going to do. And so you open the floodgate. For me, that was a worry. You open the floodgate. So definitely the numbers that we got, they were numbers that some of us, actually saw it coming. I remember telling my brother Muntaka that I don't even envy you because I could see that he was heading for trouble. And lo and behold, it did happen. So some of us really are not surprised at what is happening. We are not surprised at all.
Now, why are you not surprised? You are not surprised because over the past 8 years when you were in charge of this administration, you did not create avenues for the recruitment of young people, and so you expected that the number of people who would come looking for jobs would be in their tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands.
During Akufo-Addo's tenure, 8 years, we recruited into the security services. But we had CV mechanism in place. This is what I'm talking about.
But it means that you were just putting bandage on the wound. The wound was not necessarily healed.
No, not at all. Not at all. You see, I have already admitted that there is a problem. There is a problem with unemployment. And so people think that, look, if I am able to get recruited into the security agencies, there will be security of, my tenure and all that. You have security of working, for as long as you can stay in there. So we already have that problem. But that notwithstanding, you don't also have to compromise on, your requirements needs. You don't have to do that. First of all, when this age was being extended from 25 to 35, I had an issue because that was going to compromise training. I said, this is going to compromise training. But apart from the figure, the expansion, compromising training, it was also some form of mechanism to really, get the right caliber of persons that you needed. Now, English is hard, which, so basic you would need. You make it non-requirement. Omar, what do you expect? What do you expect?
So
you have many people. So yes.
So for you, what we have seen was brought on the government's head by itself, because it opened up too much.
We already have a problem. But what the steps the government took and the promises the government made during campaign 2024 compounded the problems. That compounded the problems. So I am not surprised about the numbers. Apart from the government bringing the problem onto itself, it made it worse by also engaging or doubling in politics without security.
All right. If you were in Muntaka's shoes and this has already happened, what options would you take? Now, the president has come in to support the figure, raise it from 5,000 to 10,000. But Muntaka, the Honorable Minister, said his hands were tied. The economy cannot support it. This is the only thing that ought to be done. Would you have dealt with it differently?
You see, I started by saying that when this whole thing started, I told Muntaka that I don't answer him, because I could see that he was heading the wrong direction. But of course, yes, this is a decision he as Muntaka will not take. But this is a decision government will take. And as a minister, you have to implement the decision of government. If I were Muntaka, trust me, I mean, this is a problem. And Umaru, I really think that, you see, the president's offer of 10,000, really, for me, is not going to solve the problem. It cannot even be done. It cannot be done in the first place. It cannot be done. But I believe that this is something coming from the president just to calm tempers. 40,000, it cannot be done. The president has 4 years. Within the 4 years, 1 year is already gone. We are heading into the middle of the second term. That is the second year. We've not even recruited anyone to join the security service. You see, it doesn't come that simple. First of all, I ask myself, if the government has the fiscal space to accommodate the numbers is beginning to throw out there, do we even have the facility to be able to train these people within, the years it's talking about? I don't see that promise to be feasible. But that aside, if I were my brother Muntaka, trust me, what I would do as a minister, I'll go to cabinet and let cabinet understand that there is the need for us to take steps backward. Steps backward to begin, first of all, to calm tempers. Because it is important that you calm tempers. When you are able to do that, then you begin, to sit down with all the parties involved. Because, Umaru, they This, for me, is a time bomb. This country is sitting on a time bomb. The promise of 40,000, which in the first place is not feasible, is just scratching the surface of the problem.
But at least Kitwe Bienswa for now, oh?
Come again?
I'm saying Kitwe Bienswa for now. I mean, that's what the economy can support. So take 40,000 for the next 4 years.
But
at least it's better than nothing.
In the first place, that 40,000 itself, the number is infeasible. It cannot be done.
They can't take 40. No, they take 10,000 per year for the next 4 years. It's not as if it's going to take 40,000 now.
Done, my brother. You just don't send the numbers out there and say, look, I am going to do. If it was that easy, trust me, the president could have asked that all the over 500,000 applicants, be recruited. It is not that easy and simple. First of all, ask yourself if we have the fiscal space.
I'm sure they did that analysis before deciding that the fiscal space supports that.
Come again?
I'm saying I'm sure they did a fiscal analysis and decided that it is possible. That's why they made the announcement.
If you ask my candid opinion, I think that what is coming from the president is a knee-jerk approach of trying to deal with this issue.
So for you, they shouldn't expand it, leave it at the 5,000.
Come again?
So leave it at the 5,000. Don't raise it to 10,000.
I am not saying we should leave it at 5,000. Yes, we can do more. But you have to plan to be able to do more. And planning to do more takes time. This is what I am saying. It takes time. Because you just cannot just turn out, say police officers, immigration officers, without the needed, working tools. You can't do that. Because first of all, if somebody is trained as a police officer and the person goes out there, the person will have to be given accommodation, the person will have to be clothed, the person will have to be given working equipment. Are we ready for all these things? Put even the salaries aside. So it is a problem. It is a problem which calls for the collective, collaboration of all. For me, this is a national security issue. And I believe that every well-meaning Ghanaian must put his or her shoulder to the wheel so that we sit down and as a country find a lasting solution to the unemployment problem facing the country. Until and unless we are able to do that, this problem will continue to be cyclical and we will continue to have it year in, year out. I think that as a nation, that is not what we want. And so that is why I say that the promise of 40,000 within 4 years is just scratching the surface of the problem.
Very well.
Which, for me, is not the best way to go.
Very well. Thank you so much for speaking to us, sir.
My pleasure, Omar.
That's Honorable Kofi Amankwamenu. He's MP for Ichima Kwahoma and former Deputy Minister for Defense. Richard Kumado is a security analyst. Sir, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thank you.
Thank you for your patience. This announcement by the government, would it help deal with the insecurity situation of the lack of recruitment into the security services?
First of all, let me say you did something most journalists don't do. You have brought clarity that the agencies we are talking about are just the 4 agencies under the Minister of Interior: police, immigration, fire, and prison. That is to say that there are a number of security institutions or security agencies who do not sell forms to applicants when they want to recruit, and who have done recruitment from the beginning of the year or last year that did not come into the public space or did not even create brouhaha in the public space. So that distinction needs to be made clear before people begin to jam up their space and say security recruitment has become, and all manner of things have been said. That notwithstanding, it is true that you need a lot of people within the Ghana Police Service, within immigration, because Ghana is evolving and you are expanding the physical security infrastructure. So you would need men to actually man the place. What has created this problem for these 4 agencies is that because the Ministry of Interior has taken a centralized position and some of the things that were said, that is why some of this problem was created in the first place. And I think going forward, I wish that they should allow the agencies themselves to do the recruitment. And just like NACOP have authority to do recruitment, the police should be given authority to do their recruitment. Just as the BNI has authority to do their recruitment, research has authority to do their recruitment, cybersecurity authority has the autonomy to do their recruitment. Immigration should have the authority and autonomy to do their recruitment. And will put in the necessary structures that this whole that government has brought upon them wouldn't be there in the first place. Insecurity, if you look at what we end up last year, the police, the BNI, and National Cyber Security Authority has done a yeoman's job, and we all clap for them because of the 24 to 27 hour rule they were using. That when crime is committed, within 24 to 27 hours, they will get to the crime scene, pick up the victims, and move the criminals if they can. And that is what they have done. And everybody said, Christian, that you know, as an IGP, has done a yeoman's job. Everybody said Charles Kipo has done a yeoman's job as the Director General of the BNI. And Selassie Divan has done a yeoman's job as the Director General of the National Cyber Security Authority, and Lydia Donko has done a yeoman's job as the Director Lady Boss for the CID. So I think our security agencies have done a yeoman's job. Adding up the numbers with specialized personalities or persons with specialized background is also coming to beef up the system, and I think that's the best way to go.
Interesting. Now, the issue of the capacity of the economy to withhold or withstand this expansion, if on the average the security agencies can only take 5,000 a year, and we're expanding that
the
to
security agencies under the Minister of Interior,
the interior security agencies can take up to 5,000, i.e. fire service, immigration, police per year, and then that leads up to 20,000 in 4 years, and the president is saying double that to 40,000 in 4 years. The question is, are we sure we can? Because if we can't, then we have security people who are not paid their salaries, and then they go picketing. That would also raise another security concern, wouldn't it not? Based on your understanding of the situation, is this because I just spoke to a member of parliament who said he doesn't think this is feasible and he thinks it's a knee-jerk reaction. What's your view?
Oh, my brother, the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces said they should recruit security officers. When the CDS was sitting there, the IGP was sitting there, and mathematical calculations have not been made, and financial calculations have not been made. Has it ever been the case in this country that law enforcement officers have not received their salary? I remember in the days of President Mills when single spine was introduced. It was the police who received it first. I have worked within the business cycles for many years. So how some of these things are. If they cannot afford to pay, they wouldn't say, well. And I'm just saying that you and I have agreed that the agencies that are not under the Ministry of Interior, the 4 agencies, police, immigration, fire, and prison, all the other agencies, the military has done a recruitment that did not bring problems. The president has sanctioned it, the Minister of Finance has sanctioned it, and allocations have been made. And by this Friday, or within this month, First Bank is going for training. And that tells you the level of preparedness, the level of astuteness, and the level of carefulness they have taken in making sure that they are ready, and not just ready, but they are prepared to do the job as is required of them. And we should allow them to get a job done. These are people whose loyalty cannot be questioned. These are people who have put themselves on the line. And we should not be saying it's like salary will not be paid. No, if you look at the salaries of law enforcement officers in the first place, as compared to some salaries politicians receive, have we ever said that there's no salary for politicians, so we should reduce the number of MPs in the Kema from 276 to 150? We have never said that. So that argument should not be made. And I take offense when I'm a law enforcement officer who have sacrificed so much for this country, and sometimes our loyalty is questioned and our salary is questioned. No, we should not do that, please.
Very well. Thank you so much. We are happy to hear the assurance you're giving us. Thank you so much for that. Apologies, the line terminated in the manner it did. But yes, that's Richard Kumado. He's security analyst, and he was speaking to me on the developments in the security sector. Let me bring your reactions. Thank God we still have a president who can hear the cry of the youth. GM, keep it up. That's Abi National in Wa. Freddie Blay is under pressure due to his remand in the police custody, but the law is the law. From Kennedy Onipayede. We pray for speedy recovery for Freddie Blay. They need to stay healthy to face the music. Abain Papa, but that's Jones Adoboy Inla. The decision of this government to be cherry-picking in cases is unfortunate. They can't choose to discontinue some cases and pursue others. Akapo in a half of meme. The moment a politician is arrested, the next thing you hear is about his health. They commit crimes, and when they are remanded in police custody, that's where their pressure rises. Akasokri Joseph sends that message. KG in Shashi says, the educated elite of our country always want to escape custody. I can assure you that he will not go back to custody. Is the law the law? Speedy recovery to Freddie Blaze so he can finally confront the law he has long evaded. Let this stand as a blistering warning to the political class. Those who cower before interrogation must cease looting the nation's resources. Daniel Akpaliok sending that message from Sandema in the Upper East Region. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. The Civil and Local Government Services Staff Association, CLOGSAC, has called off its strike. Why? Is it that they've not been minded or they have been minded? Let me speak to Edmond Akwe, his PRO of CLOGSAC. Mr. Akwe, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thank you.
You began your strike on March 9. You said that there were delays in resolving concerns over salary structure and conditions of service. Today, we are hearing that you have called off the strike. Were you forced to do so, or you did some consideration and recalculations and thought, let's give the government another chance?
Thank you. Thank you for your question, and thank you for having me. I want to say a good evening to all your listeners and to CLOGSAC members wherever they find themselves. Yes, we have suspended the strike as of today after we have received some form of agreement from government to give them 14 days for our employer being government to be able to address the critical issues that we have raised concerning our salary structure and conditions of service. So the executive committee of CLOGSAC met today, reviewed the information that government has put pen to paper, and decided to suspend the strike to see that within the 14 days that government has assured that it was going to do something positively about it, we would look forward to that. So today, the strike was called off by the Executive Secretary of CLOGSAC, reading the statement, telling all our members wherever they find themselves that come Tuesday, 24th of March 2026, they should all return to work.
Which means you have some positive hope. You have some hope that something positive will happen.
Very well. This is an employer-employee relationship. And when it comes to stages like this, and the employer, or otherwise one party, agrees to go ahead and make sure that they solve their situations amicably, I think the other party has to come in with some form of understanding and look at the process that would go on. And as law-abiding citizens, as civil servants, we believe in the employer-employee relationship being fair practice, being in good faith, and being in trust. So for now, we are trusting that what government has put into paper is going to go according to it and ensure that the civil servant gets whatever he or she has to get in the form of his conditions or her conditions of service and salary situations.
The president is meeting organized labor this evening. Is CLOGSAC part?
Yes, of course we are part.
Okay. Any message you are carrying to the president, or you're just going to listen to hear what
that is under my sleeve. When we get into the meeting, then we can put it out there. Certainly, as a media house, you get to know what labor concerns are.
Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you. I'm grateful.
So that's Edmond Akwe. He's PRO of the Civil and Local Government Staff Association of Ghana, CLOGSAC. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Talking about finding jobs for people, the government has this agenda to help people in the poultry sector. Fafa, tell us more on what the government has been doing.
The Minister for Food and Agriculture, Eric Opoku, says investigations are underway into reports that some beneficiaries of the Nkwo program received less than the expected 50 chicks. He describes such cases as irregular, noting that while some beneficiaries may have shared their allocation, these remain isolated incidents. Speaking on the Citi Breakfast Show earlier today, Eric Opoku urged affected persons to report to district directors or Feed Ghana coordinators.
And then we have asked some investigations to be conducted into it. Why a beneficiary who was registered for 50 received 15. The initial report I have received suggests that in some of the cases, one person was given 50, and then the person is living in the same house with others who started complaining. And so he then decided that then take 15, take 10, take this, and those things happen in some of the constituencies. But these are isolated cases. We have covered over 10, close to 10 regions as we speak, and we have heard this from just some few constituencies. Every beneficiary under that should be given 50. In fact, you have to report to the officer, the direct director, and then we have the Feed Ghana coordinators. Now they are going around for the details of all the beneficiaries, and so such reports will be looked into and dealt with immediately.
Well, the minister also expressed surprise about the National Broiler Project, an initiative reportedly under the Office of the Minister of State in charge of special initiatives. He noted that he would immediately contact the minister to coordinate their program to avoid resource conflicts.
Curing 4 million birds for that.
And that is under the Ministry of Food and Agriculture?
Yes, Ministry of Food and Agriculture.
So what is the National Broiler Project?
Where from that? What is that?
Apparently there's an office under the Ministry of Special Initiatives running the National Broiler Project.
But that office is supposed to be an advisory office. They don't directly implement projects. So I'm surprised. I'm not aware of that.
So there's no National Broiler Project that is under the Ministry of Food and Agriculture?
No.
The ministry in charge of special initiatives is coordinating a project called the National Broiler Project.
The ministry.
So this is news to you, I'm sure.
Yes. This is the first time I'm hearing this. I did not see any allocation for that project. You understand? So if it is private initiatives or whatever, then I may not be aware. So we don't even have to duplicate it. And that's why we have to synchronize our interventions so that this person will benefit under the Ngokon will not also benefit from another program being executed somewhere. So it's good you have drawn my attention to this. I will call my colleague immediately and then ask him about the project, and then we see how we can reconcile.
You are the Minister for Food and Agriculture, Eric Opoku. Meanwhile, the coordinator for the National Broiler Project, Kelvin Okran, confirmed the existence of the project under the Ministry of Special Initiatives and noted that it is focused on supporting existing or large-scale farmers.
It's the same as the Nkukon Kitinkiti. You know, however, it's being run by the Minister of State Special Initiative, and we also have another program which is being run by the Minister of Agric or the Ministry of Agric. So although it's the same in Nkukon Kitinkiti, the priorities are a bit different.
What's the difference between what the the Minister of State is in charge of and what the Agric Ministry is doing?
So, well, the Minister of State Special Initiative is focusing on the revitalization of the poultry industry, with focus on bringing together already existing farmers and then bringing life into what they already producing.
That was the coordinator for the National Broiler Project, Kelvin Okran.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Looking for engineering excellence you can trust?
Welcome to Left Signature Limited, driving progress through technology and engineering excellence.
From expert electrical engineering, design, installation, power systems, renewable energy, automation and control,
to reliable data center and managed services, power infrastructure, network connectivity, server virtualization, cloud integration and data security,
and cutting-edge software development, custom business applications, web and mobile apps, cloud and DevOps solutions.
Integrity, safety, accountability, teamwork. That's the Left Signature promise.
Ready to power your success?
Choose Left Signature Limited. Visit www.leftsignature.com.
Call +233 256 111 743.
Left Signature Limited. Engineering excellence for a connected future.
Oh, jump on now.
Go, the go. Google me. And what time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my go be fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my go be inside?
I give you info. Make a feel the go be too small.
Go,
Yo, Anna. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Kuma has always dreamt of commanding his own military forces.
Attention! Eyes right, stand at ease.
Because that dream is still a vision in progress, he spends his time commanding his money with the EcoBank mobile app.
Operation Supplier Payment. Dispatch 1,000 units of currency from Accra to Benin. Move!
Sometimes he wants a little extra control so that he can buy only what he needs.
Command Center mobile app. Activate virtual card protocol and initiate payments for sneakers and t-shirts. Abort mission for leather coat payment.
Even when the general is fast asleep, his standing order marches out to sort his bills. With the EcoBank mobile app, you can command your money to make safe transactions in Ghana and across 33 African countries. Download the EcoBank mobile app on the Play or App Store today.
By the left, about turn.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. EcoBank will never call or send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
Looking for engineering excellence you can trust?
Welcome to Left Signature Limited, driving progress through technology and engineering excellence.
From expert electrical engineering, design, installation, power systems, renewable energy, automation and control,
to reliable data center and money services, power infrastructure, network connectivity, server virtualization, cloud integration and data security,
and cutting-edge software development, custom business applications, web and mobile apps, cloud and DevOps solutions.
Integrity, safety, accountability, teamwork. That's the Left Signature promise.
Ready to power your success?
Choose Left Signature Limited. Visit www.leftsignature.com.
Call +233 256 111 743.
Left Signature Limited. Engineering excellence for a connected future.
This damn patch again. Ebo, look at this wall. Every few months, the same damn patch comes back. I've painted it twice already. What is all this?
Kofi, you can't fight moisture with paint too. The problem is inside the building itself.
Yes. So what can I do? The house is already finished.
Simple. Gasem Super Strong Waterproof Cement. It's a new cement with built-in water protection technology.
Water protection?
Yes.
So it's just for repairs?
No, my friend. That's the difference. Use it to fix dampness and seepage. Or use it for new buildings. Foundation, block work, plastering. One cement that builds and protects.
Wow.
Gasem Super Strong Waterproof Cement. The one cement that builds and protects. Build it right once. Gasem, the nation builder.
Oh, jump on now.
Go. Google me. And what time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
So where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Then make a finish my go be fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my go be inside?
I give you info. Make a feel the go be too small.
Go.
Yo, Anna. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
You're welcome back. This is still Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Let's do some more stories now. President John Dramani Mahama will, from March 18, begin a regional tour to inspect ongoing projects and assess their level of completion. The tour also aims to engage citizens at the grassroots and update them on government policies and initiatives. The exercise themed the Resetting Ghana tour will begin in the Bono region with participation from regional ministers and local government officials. Speaking during the Vice President's visit to the Office of Government Communications, the Minister Felix Kwachiofosu says the tour will offer an opportunity to directly evaluate project sites across the country.
His Excellency the President has insisted that it is not enough to have ministers come to the presidency and brief the nation on what we are doing. So he is stepping out to lead an effort called Resetting the Ghana Tour. And he will start from the Bono region, all things being equal tomorrow. And it's a nationwide activity where he will lead a number of ministers to join regional ministers and local government officials, DCs and other officials, to engage the people in the regions, tour various project sites, engage opinion leaders, chiefs and other influential stakeholders in the community. So that is an extension of the effort that happens here to keep the people of Ghana apprised of what government has been doing.
That was the Minister of State in charge of Government Communications, Felix Kwachiofosu. Now, the minority in Parliament is urging the government to urgently release funds to settle the fees of Ghanaian students on scholarship in the United Kingdom. According to the caucus, the affected students have not received financial support for the 2024-2025 academic year, leaving many in distress. The situation has been further compounded by the expiration of their visas as of January 2026. Addressing journalists, the Member of Parliament for Savelugu, Fatahiya Abdul Aziz, emphasized the need for immediate government intervention to prevent the students from facing possible deportation and disruption to their education.
According to the petition submitted to the Minority Caucus, tuition fees for the 2024 to 2025 academic year remain unpaid by the government of Ghana through the relevant scholarship authorities. As a result, the University of Birmingham has withheld the students' academic records, including their transcripts, certificates, pending the settlement of outstanding fees. This alone is troubling, but the situation is even more alarming. In the United Kingdom, universities operate within strict regulatory frameworks governing international students. When a student's academic status becomes irregular, often as a result of unpaid fees, institutions are obligated to report the matter to the United Kingdom Home Office, which then determines the immigration consequences.
That was the Member of Parliament for Savelugu, Fatahiya Abdul Aziz. Now, the Aircraft Accident and Incident Investigation and Prevention Bureau, AIB, has collected the wreckage from the microlight aircraft crash to assist investigations. The exercise was carried out with support from the Ghana Air Force, which provided a truck to transport the debris. The incident, which occurred at the premises of the TMA daycare facility, claimed 2 lives. Speaking to the media after the collection, Acting Commissioner of the AIB, John Wumboti, said all witnesses present at the scene have given statement to assist with the investigation.
Yesterday we were here with a team to start our preliminary information gathering, which we did, and we handed over the place to the military and the police. The place was cordoned off, and so they took charge of the place until we came this morning. So this morning we are here to collect the wreckage, which we have done. The Ghana Armed Forces, and for that matter the Air Force, have given us a truck that we've used to convey the wreckage, and it is what we're going to use for the investigation. Done all the interviews that we need to do with the witnesses. We have done that. Whoever was here as an eyewitness, we have contacted them and taken their side of the story. So we are going to add all that until we come out with an investigation.
You are the Acting Commissioner of the Aircraft Accident and Incident Investigation and Prevention Bureau, John Wumboti, speaking. Well, this is still Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Up next is Citi Business News on Eyewitness News, brought to you by Republic Bank. We are the one for you. Join the Republic verse. Do more, shine more, big up.
Mr. Kojo, 1 minute before you go to work. The AC you said you want to fix, it won't work.
Why?
Because the electrician will come and chisel my wall. It will make my building weak. Wait, is that a puppy? No animals in my house, oh.
Kojo knows all the challenges about renting. That was his reality until he discovered Republic Bank. With Republic Bank's flexible mortgage solutions, you can move from tenant to homeowner quickly. Imagine stepping into your own home, a place for your family to grow and create memories. Big up. Join the Republic Verse. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Time now for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Melody Fafa. But let's settle for the details now. Ghana's economy recorded stronger growth in 2025, with real gross domestic product (GDP) expanding by 6%, up from 5.8% in 2024. According to new data released by the Ghana Statistical Service, the growth was largely driven by robust performance in non-oil sectors, signaling a gradual shift toward a more diversified economic base. Quarterly performance also pointed to strengthening momentum toward the end of the year, as real GDP growth for the fourth quarter of 2025 came in at 5.8%, up from 4% in the same period of 2024. Here's the government statistician Dr. Alhassan Idrisu providing highlights of the data.
Stronger economic growth at the end of 2025 was witnessed. Ghana's economy grew by 5.8% in the fourth quarter of 2025, up from 4% in quarter 4 of 2024, indicating stronger year-on-year economic momentum toward the end of the year. Second, non-oil activities drove most of the expansion we saw in 2025. Non-oil GDP grew by 7.1% in quarter 4 of 2025, compared with 4.8% in quarter 4 of 2024. Showing that growth was largely supported by sectors outside oil and gas. 3. Agriculture sector recorded improved performance. The agriculture sector grew by 5.3% in quarter 4 of 2025, up from 3.2% in quarter 4 of 2024, mainly driven by crops, which expanded by 6.6%. Cocoa returned to positive growth of 3% after contracting by 12.8% in quarter 4 of 2024. 4. Industry improved but remained constrained. Industry grew by 1.9% compared with 0.3% in quarter 4 of 2024, but performance was significantly affected by contraction in oil and gas production of 16.8%.
Dr. Alhassan Idrisu is government statistician. Away from that, competition in Ghana's downstream petroleum sector is intensifying just a day into the second pricing window of March, which commenced on March 16 as oil marketing companies adjust pump prices in response to both regulatory changes and global market pressures. There's more in the following report by Daniel Sakiti.
State-owned Guel PLC initially held prices at minimum levels set for the window, selling petrol at 11 cedis 57 pesos and diesel at 14 cedis 35 pesos over the weekend and at the start of the pricing period. This positioned Guel below market leader Star Oil, which had implemented upward price adjustments in line with rising international oil prices driven by geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. At the start of the window, Star Oil sold petrol at 12 cedis 49 pesos per litre, diesel at 15 cedis 99 pesos, and raw 95 at 13 cedis 59 pesos. However, pricing dynamics shifted quickly. By 17th March, GOA revised its prices upward, with petrol selling at 12 cedis 40 pesos, diesel at 15 cedis 69 pesos, and Super XP 95 at 14 cedis 35 pesos. In what appears to be a competitive response, Star Oil also adjusted its prices downward. At its outlets, petrol is now selling at 12 cedis 29 pesos per litre, diesel at 14 cedis 99 pesos, while RON 95 remains unchanged at 13 cedis 59 pesos, bringing its prices below GOA on key products. GOA PLC has also responded. By 2 p.m. on 17th March, GOA revised its pump prices downward, undercutting Star Oil on both petrol and diesel by a peso. Petrol is now selling at 12 cedis 28 pesos per litre, while diesel is priced at 14 cedis 98 pesos per litre. Super XP 95 remains unchanged at 14 cedis 35 pesos per litre. The back and forth adjustment signaled the early stages of price competition among OMCs under the new regulatory regime. More OMCs are expected to review their pricing in the coming days as they seek to maintain market share. The current pricing window coincides with the implementation of revised petroleum pricing guidelines by the National Petroleum Authority, which effectively ended fuel price discounting practices previously deployed by some OMCs and LPG marketing companies at selected outlets.
You heard a report filed by Citi Business News' Daniel Sakiti. Away from that, the World Bank Group says Africa is emerging as a key driver of global growth as increasing enterprise activity across the continent begins to reshape its economic outlook. According to its managing director, Pascal Donoho, the institution is intensifying its engagement in African markets to better align investment with job creation and private sector development. Speaking during a visit to LMI Holdings Limited, he highlighted Ghana as a strong example of how industrialization and the growth of local businesses are contributing to broader economic transformation.
I have just been a member now of the World Bank for just over 100 days. And I was determined that very early in my time in the World Bank to come to Africa, not just because of how important Africa is to the work of the World Bank and to our investment portfolio, but also because of my view that the dynamism and entrepreneurial spirit of Africa has the potential to lift the global economy. And the work that business leaders and entrepreneurs are now doing in Africa really has historic potential to meet the needs of the young people of.
Still on the World Bank, it is warning that about 1.2 billion young people are expected to enter labor markets in developing countries over the next decade, raising concerns about a growing global jobs deficit as many may lack the skills required by employers.
What you are navigating here in Ghana is not a national or local challenge. It is global in scale. Across low and middle income countries today, 7 in 10 10-year-olds in low and middle income countries cannot read a simple age appropriate text. In those countries, more than 3 billion adults have less than a lower secondary education. And in the next decade alone, 1.2 billion young people will enter labour markets in developing countries, most of them without the skills their employers say they will need.
That was the Managing Director and Chief Knowledge Officer of the World Bank Group, Pascal Donoho. Now, the Bank of Africa Ghana has reaffirmed its commitment to deepening customer relationships and supporting the growth of small businesses. Speaking in an interview after hosting its annual Iftar event for Muslim clients, the Managing Director, Abdurrahman Belbashir, said the gathering forms part of the bank's long-standing tradition of engaging with its Muslim customers during the holy month of Ramadan.
Not only the Muslim, we are, I think the bank for the small and medium enterprises and the micro enterprises, we are already encouraging all our micro entrepreneurs to come to Bank of Africa to get financing and to get loans. We are a bank that we want really to encourage the micro SMEs and the small and medium enterprises to develop their business, and we are here to finance them and to support them. Not only to finance them, but also to help them how to manage their business and how to grow it by putting them in relationship with other stakeholders, other providers, other customers, in order to help them to develop their business.
Well, beyond customer engagement, he says the bank is positioning itself as a key partner for small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, with a strong focus on advancing financial inclusion.
Not only the Muslim, we are, I think, the bank for the small and medium enterprises and the micro enterprises. We are already encouraging all our micro entrepreneurs to come to Bank of Africa to get financing and to get loans. We are a bank that we want really to encourage the micro SMEs and the small and medium enterprises to develop their business, and we are here to finance them and to support them. Not only to finance them, but also to help them how to manage their business and how to grow it by putting them in relationship with other stakeholders, other providers, other customers, in order to help them to develop their business.
That is the Managing Director of the Bank of Africa, Abdurrahman Belbashir. Well, that's it for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News, brought to you by Republic Bank. We are the one for you. Join the Republic verse. Do more, shine more, big up I, and Melody Fafa. But to fair up next is Point Blank.
Mr. Kojo, 1 minute before you go to work. The AC you said you want to fix, it won't work.
Why?
Because the electrician will come and chisel my wall. It will make my building weak. Wait, is that a puppy? No animals in my house, oh.
Kojo knows all the challenges about renting. That was his reality until he discovered Republic Bank. With Republic Bank's flexible mortgage solutions, you can move from tenant to homeowner quickly. Imagine stepping into your own home, a place for your family to grow and create memories. Big up. Join the Republic verse. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Introducing Yomi Pina Colada and Peach, our newest addition to the Yomi family. Life is full of choices, so here are more Yomi flavors to spoil you for choice. Go on, choose great taste, choose nourishment, choose the new Yomi Yogurt Pina Colada and Peach. And always remember that the choices we make today shape our tomorrow. Yomi, a nourishing choice. Yomi Yogurt Pina Colada and Peach. More quality products from Amigo Ghana Limited. This advert is FDA approved.
Ramadan Kareem, a season of peace, lessons and giving. Electroland Ghana Limited is bringing blessings into your home with special value deals on Samsung, TCL, Media and NASCO. NASCO TVs from just $699, bottom fridge freezer from $1999, chest freezer from $1999, Samsung 6kg twin tab washing machine for 2,999 Ghana cedis, Samsung microwaves from 1,799 Ghana cedis, TCL 43 inches for 2,999 Ghana cedis, TCL water dispenser for 1,599 Ghana cedis, TCL front load inverter for 5,999 Ghana cedis, Media air cooler for 1,499 Ghana cedis, air fryer, juicer, stand mixer and blender at all special Ramadan prices. Visit EGL showrooms and authorized dealers nationwide. Call us on 0503-159739 and on our website at www.electrolandgh.com. Electroland Ghana, bringing Ramadan value home.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Hello and welcome to Point Blank on Eyewitness News. I am Umaru Sanda Amado. Tonight on Point Blank, we'll continue with discussions with members of parliament, 276 MPs. The NDC has a super majority. So if you're a first-time member of parliament on the NDC side, how do you survive? Do you get to catch the speaker's eye? Because it appears they can do a lot of things with or without you anyway. So even though the minority is micro-minority, at least they know their stance. What if you're in the majority but you're also a minority? Well, I don't know. Tonight, I want us to have a conversation with Member of Parliament for the Upper Dentra East constituency of the Central Region. The Honorable Emilia Ankuma is my guest. You're welcome to Point Blank.
Thank you, my dear brother.
How are you doing?
By God's grace, I'm doing great.
Everything going well?
By God's grace.
We thank God. We thank God. How is your constituency doing?
Everything is perfect over there. Notwithstanding some challenges, but that one, as usual, we have challenges in every constituency.
I have never been to any of the Dentra constituencies. You have 2 Dentra constituencies or 3?
No, we have 3.
The only time I know or heard about Dentra was in my history books. The Dentra people were serious warriors. I mean, I know that, but I don't know geographically. I know you're in the Central Region, but I don't know which part of the Central Region you are, the makeup of your constituencies. Can you share with us?
So last year when we were and still our paramount chief, you didn't hear of it?
Maybe I heard of it. It's possible I heard of it, but yes. But I just want to know generally what your constituency is made up of. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yes, Upper Dentra is, traditionally, before we entered into democratic era, it was only Dentra. Then it got to a time it was divided into Upper Dentra and Lower Dentra. That was Etimokwa. It wasn't Etimokwa, but it was Praso at the time. Became Lower Dentra. Then our end was Upper Dentra. Then 2027, during President Kufuor's time.
2007?
Yeah, 2007. During President Kufuor's time, to Upper Dentra West was carved out of Upper Dentra East.
Okay.
It was Upper Dentra East, so West was carved out. So ours was named Upper Dentra East. Then Diaso area became Upper Dentra West. Then 2012 that way, 2009, I've forgotten the exact year. Professor Mills also carved out Lower Himai Dentra from Praso. So for now, we have 3 constituencies bearing the name of Dentra. Upper Dentra is which capital is Dunkaonofen. Then we have Upper Dentra West, Diaso. Then we have Lower Himai Dentra. Lower Himai is their capital.
Is there a river called Dentra?
No, we have River Ofen.
Okay, so that's why you are on the...
Dentra is a traditional kingdom, but we are River Ofen.
Okay.
So that's why I call it Dunkaonofen.
So Dunkaonofen, which is like London on Thames. That's a very Pechepe name. How is the Ofen doing, the River Ofen? Because we just returned from the Heritage Caravan. I saw the Ankobra, I saw the Pra. I even saw one of the voters, is it the white or the black? Our river bodies are losing their color because of mining. And in the Western region and Central region, I saw a lot of that. How is River Ofen doing?
It is not doing well as we are having it in the nation. But now, our constituency, we've also gotten some of these blue water gas. So for now, they are all the time patrolling on the river body. So let's hope that things will be okay.
How do you balance legal and illegal mining, considering that mining is the mainstay of many people in your constituency? How are you able to deal with mining which is done properly with versus the one that is done illegal? Because as way back as 2008, 2009, I had a friend who used to go there to Dunkaonofen, and he said they were doing mining. At the time, Galamsey was not a big issue, but now it's a big issue.
As at the moment, we don't have any mining company in Dentra.
Okay.
My area, I am free. Perseus Mining is at Upper Dentra West. But when you come to Upper Danger, we don't have any mining company over there. Okay. When we were kids, we used to have Go Face over there some time ago. Now the challenge we have in the constituency is, some people put in application for small scale mining licenses. Mm-hmm. As soon as they put in the application, they move to site and start working.
Without even getting the permission.
Exactly, because it takes quite a long of time before they get their licenses. So it becomes difficult for you to know who is doing the legal mining and who is not doing the illegal mining. But now, if we see somebody on the river bodies, because we are not supposed to do any mining in the river bodies and the forest reserves too. Mm-hmm. So when we find you doing mining in the river bodies and in our forests, it means that you are illegal person.
But what about they're just going to wash the gold inside the water? They are not mining in the water. Is that?
No, they do. No, they don't mine outside and go to the river bodies to do the washing. Those who are doing the toto, you see that some farmers. Yeah. But those who do it on the land, they have done their trench over there.
So they divert the water.
At times, not. Some people do divert the water. Some people too, they have dug their own boreholes and they are doing their own thing.
So they have their own water. How big a deal is the issue of galamsey in your constituency? Because it was a major campaign issue. Your government has been in power, or your party has been in power for more than a year now. There's an accusation that you guys are doing the same thing that your previous people were doing.
That is not the issue. If not for anything at all, with my government, we are not burning excavators.
Okay.
At least when we see them, we are not burning them. But unlike the previous administration, when they seized the machines, they were not even seizing the machines, they were going to site, burning all the machines.
But which one is better? Burning is better. It shows the seriousness, or?
Oh, no. I think that we could brought the machines to this assembly, use them for reclamation and all those things. So if we seize them and if you can't possess it is in the possession of the state, it is better than destroy, because I know it costs a lot.
But they seized some and brought them. I mean, some got disappeared later, but yeah, they seized a lot.
And it's not under our administration.
I know. I'm talking about the previous administration.
I don't want to talk about their issue. Let's talk about our own.
They say that some of you NDC people are also neck deep into galamsey. Does Emilia have a mining concession, a mining site?
No. You know what? I remember when I became MC.
Oh, you're a former MC?
Oh, yes. Between 2013 and 2016.
Okay.
I was the MC by then, and at the time...
You look very young. I wouldn't think that as of that time you were taking up a political...
At the time I was young. So at the time I was young, and I remember... may he so rest in peace. The late Honorable Samusapon was our regional minister by then.
Okay.
So once he called, he said, Emilia, Monday by 3 p.m. you need to be in Cape Coast. I said, okay. That day I used to call him. I wasn't calling boss. I said, Daddy, okay. So by 1 p.m. I was already in Cape Coast, and by exactly 3 p.m. a call came, and it came from our father, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And he said, Emilia, how are you? I said, His Excellency, please, I'm doing well. He said, I'm told you are young. Your predecessor was sacked because of galamsey. I would advise you never involve yourself in galamsey. So I said, His Excellency, thank you for the advice. If you are going to sack me, I promise it is not going to be galamsey. So because of that, I don't do it. Initially, when I was MC, people used to say that, Emilia doesn't want to associate herself with the galamsey people. And yes, I knew why I was doing that. I have never done it.
But now that you're MP, you are trying, because you need money, your party here, MP here. Now that they've not given you a position, you need to.
Oh, it is that.
So you don't own a mining concession?
I don't.
You don't own a mining site?
I don't own anything.
You don't own a chamfang?
No, even...
You don't own an excavator?
I don't have anything of that sort. You can do background checks.
You don't have boys who are doing mining for you quietly?
Everybody in my constituency is aware that I fear even galamsey. And I remember when we were kids too, they were not using excavator. I think at the time they were using shovels, and then there's in the river often. There are times they dig hole to the ground, and at times it collapsed on them. And we used to pass through police station to school when we were kids. And so when you see the disease, their bodies become whitish, and they were laid on the fields that we used to pass. So Galamsey itself put some fear in
you. But you need their vote. They are the ones who vote. They voted for you. It means that clearly you are doing something that they are happy about.
Oh, they are my friends. Yes, we talk to them. At the moment, I'm on Minerals Commission board. I'm having series of meetings with them, advising them the right way for them to secure licenses so that if truly they are doing the work, it will be a long-term work for them. So I'm in touch with
What's
them.
the alternative for a person in your constituency who was engaging in illegal mining and you've told him to stop? What alternative avenues of employment are in your constituency? Or has your government created that can help them?
Oh, for now, because of the National Apprenticeship Program, we have enrolled a lot of our youth who have accepted to just get themselves involved. They are doing that. Then some of the youth are also ready to be drivers. So I've helped a lot of people to get driving licenses. So now they are looking up to me to get them vehicles so that...
So you give them licenses and give them car?
Oh no, work and pay. Yes, it was one of my campaign messages that I wanted to.
You give them cars.
Yes.
Where did you envisage you're going to get those cars from?
Oh, I mean, I'm linked with some companies who are ready that I have to guarantee with. I'm linked with some banks who they are ready to give me some parts loan to just give them part payment so that.
Have you tried Maslock? They give cars out, or you're afraid that you'll go to jail?
Oh no. If it is genuine, if you go through the normal procedure, why are you going to go to jail?
But you haven't tried Maslock. You should try Maslock.
Yes, I'm in link with them, but we haven't gotten into that. I think at the moment, they don't have vehicles. What is available now is the tricycle. But vehicles are not available at the moment.
So your constituency, is mining the only thing that is done, or the other?
No, cocoa. It's a
you have
producer.
cocoa?
Yeah, cocoa producer. Yeah. We have palm nut to plantation.
Okay.
Yes, we have cassava. Plenty.
Then the cocoa farmers must be very angry with you because your party came and slashed their
No,
prices.
I think I've gone around to explain things to them and they are happy. No, not that they're happy, but they've understood the challenges.
Which means they are not happy. They are angry with you. They won't vote for you.
No, they will vote for us.
Why? You've come to you've taken food out of their mouth.
Remember, last week I was in the constituency. I went to buy items for our Muslim community. Last year, a bag of sugar was 750 Ghana cedis. This year, 2 weeks ago, I bought it at Dunko, 480. Prices of a lot of good food items have gone down. So they can't use only cocoa price. Anything cocoa prices.
But cocoa is a big issue.
It is big issues. Yes,
one person's cocoa farm solves so many people's problems.
It is international. Now, even when we compare ourselves to that of our brothers and sisters at Côte d'Ivoire, ours is even better. So initially, maybe we allow the other people to start with their propaganda before we open up to our people. I think my constituency, I've explained this to them. They have agreed. They have accepted.
So they won't punish you because of the price that you have.
I don't think so. I open up to them. I explain the difficulties we have, how all these things came about.
And they understood.
And they did. And where we are now and the promises and the measures our dear president is putting in place to make sure that the right thing is done. And they asked a lot of questions. I answered them. And I think
they say some of the cocoa farmers say they will cut their trees and sell their land to galamseyers. Is that happening in your constituency?
You know what? This thing didn't start from now. I remember even when I was MC by then, they used to sell. So it's not because of this cocoa. They say 2013, 2014, 2016, because somebody was saying that for some time, for some years, the person has been a cocoa farmer, has not been able to put up even a chamber in a hall. But if the person was to sell the cocoa trees, that's the land,
you get more money.
But my concern and the argument I was having with them is, if you put up this structure, then what lies your future?
Okay.
The next cocoa season, how are you going to survive? So I think that it's later on some people stop with that, but those who also sold them, they had already sold them. But I think that later on they regretted because yes, you have your chamber and a hall, but in the end, what are you going
You have
to
been DCE for 4 years.
3 years, 3 months.
Okay.
I was 3 years. I think I
Why they
was.
sacked you?
Oh no, we lost power.
No, but the tenure is 4 years. The whole government tenure is 4 years.
You know, someone was there. I was appointed September 2013.
Okay.
Then December 7th, 2016, we lost power.
Okay, so 3 years,
yes, 3 months. Yes,
3 years, 3 months. Okay.
Yes.
And now you have become MP for 1 year, 3 months.
Yes, exactly.
What useful thing have you done for the people of Upper Dintra East?
Well, as MP or as MC?
Both. I want to put together. So I want to see what are some of the things that people say. Emilia, why is it?
Yes, when you go to my constituency, everybody they called me Emilia Nkoma Asphalt. Emilia Nkoma Asphalt. When I was MC, when I became MC, the whole Dunkwa, principal street of Dunkwa, it wasn't even pothole. They used to call them manhole.
Okay.
Through then Urban Roads Director Alhaji Abbas, wherever you find yourself.
Abbas Awolu.
Yes.
Very good man.
Yes, very. So I took pictures of all those places and went to him. And he sent people down to my constituency to do the assessment. By the time we left office, all the principal streets of Dunkwa, they were asphalted. We had asphalt overlay. Then, during my tenure too, we built High Court in Dunkwa.
Okay.
Police Divisional headquarters in Dunkwa.
So security.
Yes, security. Then Chief Compass, when I became MC, Upper Dintra East was leading maternal mortality rate in the central region. So together with my health director, we put measures in place that we should make sure that we are able to construct chief company each of the electoral areas. So that
how many electoral areas do you have?
I have 29 electoral areas, but the outside 14, then Dunkwa
Township.
So we built.
And you've done chief's company all 29?
Some of the electoral areas, they have more than one chief company.
Really?
During my tenure, I built 10 chief companies. So you go to some electoral areas, they have more than one chief company.
Okay. So you in health infrastructure, do you have a district hospital?
Maybe municipal hospital.
Oh, you have a municipal hospital. Oh, yeah,
Dunkwa Government Hospital.
Oh, then you're big.
Dunkwa has been there for quite a long time. Municipal hospital.
So how about education? What have you done?
Yeah, education too. We have one of the E-blocks, which happens to be in my village. The education.
You went to put it there because you had a DC.
Oh no! Even at the time, I wasn't MC. I wasn't MC by then. It was our late vice president during his campaign. He promised the good people of Chichere that we were going to site the E-block over there. So when we won and I became MC, then that promise was there. So I have to facilitate it for them too. So the first 50 that we constructed, so now we have students in there.
So why did you
then
decide?
Other ones, I think we were able to build, including the E-block, 41 schools in Upper Dintra.
Interesting. What about the decision to become MP? What did you want to come and fix? For which reason you chose to become MP? Or this is your first time?
This is my first time, but my third attempt.
Your third attempt.
2016, I contested and lost.
Wow, and you went 2020.
2020 and lost, and 2024.
You are a hard woman.
Just by God's
What's your
grace.
campaign slogan in your constituency?
Obana.
So now that Obanu has won, the tire has met the road, or the rubber has met the road. What are you coming to do?
Okay, of late I don't talk. I don't talk about the cheap compounds. I don't talk about the school infrastructure, the boreholes, and I focus on. You didn't ask about energy. During my tenure, we extended power to 48 communities.
Wow.
And during the 8-year period of the SY administration, not even one community of mine enjoyed power.
But you had MP.
We got 2 MPs, 2 MCs. Because 8-year period, we had 2 MPs, 2 MCs. But at the time that I was the MC, the MP was not for my party.
Okay.
But we were able to connect.
You work together.
But no, not that we work together. NBC. All the time we are for development. So whenever we are in government.
MPP is development in freedom.
My dear brother. So let's even consider my constituency, just my constituency. During my tenure as MC, we were able to extend small town water system to 7 communities.
Okay, so right now
during
during
their 8-year period, not even one community in the Intra enjoyed that.
No problem. Let's move forward. So that's the history. That's why they booted them out. Now that you have come, what are you going to do?
For now, even the major challenge we have in our constituency now has to do with electricity. Electricity, yes, power fluctuation, then our roads, then poor communication network. But Honorable Tango, wherever you are, thank you so much. And Honorable Sami, yesterday they were in my constituency to assess the situation over there. So now I'm hoping that by the end of April, because of the Easter holidays, that's why I'm putting by the end of April, the challenges in my constituency concerning communication issue will be a thing of the past.
So you solve communication problems?
Oh yes,
because what else do you have on your agenda?
Then roads.
But you already have solved the road problem. So
I said the principal street. I said the principal street.
You've asphalted all of them?
Yes.
But I'm sure the asphalt has gone since it's more than 8 years now.
No.
It's still can't be.
It's still there.
It's still good.
They are all there. I think some portions that these water people, they were doing some laying of pipes that they cut through. That's some small portions. Other than that, they are all solid. Maybe one of these days I will have to invite you to my constituency. But all the roads leading to my constituency from Praso, Abuabo, Esikuma to Dunko, 50 kilometers. It has never been tarred ever since that road. It's a highway anyway, but that road has not been tarred. I'm in link with Honorable Abuja, wherever you find yourself. 2 weeks ago, I was in his office. We discussed a lot, but there's no contractor on it. The MPP time, they brought a contractor, but I'm told getting to the end of 2024, the contractor put in a termination letter that the government was owing him a lot, so he didn't want to do the work again. So that no one is on there. Then from I am free to Dunkwatu to Obuasi, that stretch too is also very bad. There used to be a contractor on it. The contractor was also, as soon as I think that he left site before the election and has not returned. So
okay. So road is major for you.
Yes.
Communication is a big issue.
But as for
how about jobs? You've said that Ejumawura is happening, but I mean you're also working on getting cars for the people. Yes. What about the underprivileged people in your community who need help with education, scholarships, and all those things?
Last year, I launched Honorable Lawyer Emilian Kuma. It was one of my campaign messages that I was going to set up education fund for my people. But last year, from January up to August, I realized that even my constituents were coming to me with social and health issues were more than those who were coming for the education. So I realized that we have to add welfare and health. So the fund's name is Honorable Emilian Kuma Education, Health and Welfare Fund.
That's very long.
It was launched November last year.
Okay.
Then I think I put in 100,000 Ghana cedis. Then we have a lot of people seed money. So as at last month, we had a total of 461,000 Ghana cedis. During the last 6 months, we did donate a lot of things. Apart from the school fees, we donated the freezers, fufu pounding machines, dryers, ovens, sewing machines. So the office is there. Whatever you need, you put in application. But we do interview. You come and we interview you. Why
it's not just whether you're NDC or MPP, then they give you.
No, it's open to everybody.
Everybody will get
Yeah, it's open to
Honorable lawyer. It means you are a lawyer.
I am.
For how long have you been a lawyer?
This is my 4th year.
4th year. How has lawmaking been for you in Parliament since you joined the House? Has it been easy to catch the speaker's eye and speak?
Oh, I think that when initially it was that as for speaker, if you are a female and all the time you catch his eye. That one day he did that. And when we came initially they set aside Wednesdays as backbenches, whereby it was our day that we used.
So you have been speaking some?
Oh yes.
Please try and speak some. Yes, I do say that you go to Parliament and sleep. Wish you all the
even yesterday I delivered one of my statements.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. You promised that you will take me to your constituency one of these days.
Yes, whenever you are ready, I will take you.
I'll let you know when I'm ready. Honorable Lawyer Emilia Ankuma, Member of Parliament, Upper Dintra East. Thank you so much for joining us on Prime Live. Wish you all the best. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how we end tonight's edition of Eyewitness News. But I'm leaving you now in the hands of the Honourable Kezela Tofos, he's our Minister for Finance. He's at the Jubilee House. He, alongside the President and some ministers, are hosting organised labour. Let's hear what they have to say.
The facts on the compensation issues in Ghana are that at the end of 2025 fiscal year, compensation budget accounted for 44% of non-oil tax revenue, 5.64% of GDP, and 33.7%